defensively, 6-11 minutes when you got into the first one. Is there any problem with your backhand? You were touching at it.
Yeah, well, it was sort of right at the end. It was kind of fell after a serve a wee bit awkwardly, but it's all right just now.
How satisfying is that in all the circumstances, the opponent, the circumstances of the match, the tournament?
I thought it was a really high standard today. I thought I played really well. I hit the ball very clean from the back of the court. You know, when he's serving, you have no option other than to just try and get yourself in the rallies. And you're under a lot of pressure on your own service games, so you don't want to just be rash and start trying to make huge winners or do anything stupid. And you know, didn't give him too many opportunities to break me, and did a good job on my own serve.
Richard, did you have one?
No, it's okay. It's been done. Thank you.
Andy, what is that mental pressure like playing someone with his style?
I mean, it's tough because, like, in the third and fourth sets, he started to play better. And he started to take like more risk, you know, and a lot of times that can sort of be what you want them to do, because if he's, you know, him or Karlovic, John's a better player from the back of the court than Karlovic, but you know, when they're going for big cuts, especially early on in the match, you know, normally they'll make quite a lot of mistakes, and if you're solid from the back, then that's a good thing. But you know, when you're having to serve all the time, and you know, when he goes through patches like in the third and fourth sets where, you know, he's hitting like 120 mph second serves, then you know, you're just trying to hang on to your own serve. You're trying to just chase every ball down, and it may look like you're playing defensively or whatever, but it's not the case. You know, that's just what happens. You can't take chances against someone that's serving 140 miles an hour and their second serve is bouncing, you know, like up here on the second serve, and then, you know, he's mixing up with 120 mph second serves into your body. You just got to try and find a way to win, and I did that.
How do you think, Andy, you physically, with the way you're feeling now, how do you think you'll back up tomorrow?
Yeah, I feel fine just now, but that a lot of times that's the case. It's kind of how you wake up the next day. It was hot today. It was a pretty long match, and it was warm, and you know, it's not like you go into like sort of classic endurance when you're playing against him. It's just you have to be so explosive. You know, you're not having like 30-shot rallies that you might have against Rafa, but you're having to just like react all the time and stretch for balls and chase down like drop volleys, and it's a different sort of fitness against him. So I'll just have to see how I feel in the morning, but I feel good just now.
There's a stat going around that you're the 7th man to get to the semis of all the Grand Slams in the same year. Is that pretty gratifying to reach that level of consistency?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Andy, could you talk just a little? Sorry.
How big a point was that, Andy, in the fourth set when he had the break point and you just managed to half volley that winner?
Yeah, well, of course it was, because you know, I wasn't really getting many chances on his serve, so yeah, it's one of them where it was. Yeah, I think the serve was really close. I think it was in, but yeah, I sort of wandered forward, and I thought he sort of wandered forward by kind of his reaction. I think he thought it was out, and then I was, just kind of reacted as soon as he hit the forehand. I just sort of ran sort of through the ball and made it, and it was a huge point, obviously, because if you go break down against him, he's tough to break.
Andy, John said the wind was a bit of a factor for him. Was it for you? What was it like out there?
Yeah, it's always tough normally on that court. The wind picks up, and from one end you have to do a lot of running from the far side of the court, from where you come in. You know, it's very easy to dictate the points and make the guy move a lot, but from the other side you have to just kind of scrap and hustle and try and find ways to win points. And I think as well for him, the first set or the second set, more so the Sun was quite difficult for his serve, but once that moved, he started serving way better. It was so tough to break him.
Andy, it looks as if we're going to get the top four in the semi-finals again. Could you talk a little bit about that? I mean, this stranglehold you guys have got on the slams is pretty impressive, isn't it, over the last few years?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good for tennis. I think everyone has played great tennis in the slams this year, and that's, I think, probably what people would like to see would be you to play your best tennis there, and it happened. I think at the French it happened, and it nearly happened also at Wimbledon with Roger lost in the quarters, and Rafa got injured at the Aussie Open, and it's been very close to happening in almost all four of them. So it's been great consistency, and glad to be part of that.
How would you feel about a Sunday start here and spacing things out a little better?
No, just Monday and Tuesday first rounds is fine with me. I just don't think it's necessary to have extra days, and if they want to put an extra day in, then they better increase the prize money substantially, because it's a big it's an extra day's work for us, and it's happened before at tournaments where they think, oh, we'll put an extra day in, and then they're getting, the tournament is getting a big increase in there, because obviously it's a weekend, so they'll get more people through the door, but that money doesn't go back into the prize money at all. So I'd rather just keep it Monday, Tuesday starts rather than the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.